Well, hello friends, Scott here of the Review Guys. It's a very exciting review that I've got for you today for two reasons. Well, one reason. Well, I'm going to be nice to people that I'm not usually nice to. That's what we have to look forward to. So let's hold on to that thought, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, quick thought about the hiatus of the Review Guys. It should hopefully only last a short while longer. We took our little break because initially it was because of job situations. I started a new job with new hours, and it didn't quite match up with Chris's. It looks like that's going to stabilize itself. Everything on my end looks to be falling into place, so we'll see how it is on his end. So hopefully very soon we'll be back together doing videos just like always, and I know he would like to share some thoughts on the Hardy situation. So we'll try to get those to you very soon, because I know you're dying to hear them. Because anytime Hardy does anything, I know your first thought is, Chris? What does Chris say? What is he thinking? In the same way that when Morrison does something, you think of me, obviously. And we'll talk about Morrison momentarily. But first, February 3rd, 2009, ECW. First match of the night, right out of the bat. By the way, thank you everybody who leaves the comments below, because I enjoy reading your comments. I don't always remember who makes the comments after the fact, but I enjoy reading them. And somebody commented, the reason it came to mind, someone commented that ECW is usually the strongest wrestling show, and it started out with what I think was a very strong match, a very good match. Paul Burchill versus Tommy Dreamer. Of course, the Tommy storyline, I think they kind of let it sag last week. So now they're getting it back on track. So I still don't know where it's going. I assume it will end with his winning the title. I hope he doesn't look too bad in the process. And I certainly hope he doesn't just, retire with nothing. That would be very sad. But I thought it was a good match. Tommy, however, lost. So what are you going to do? But then out came Miz and Morrison, the aforementioned John Morrison. They came out and they were being really mean to Dreamer, and I know what they were doing, and I don't hate them for it. In fact, I respect them, because they were it was just reverse psychology. They don't really believe all of that. They would never call somebody fat. Have you ever heard that ever? No. They're not like that. They're good guys. And, okay, really, they're not. They're jerks. But, so they were giving Tommy a hard time, and Tommy wound up, going after him, and they got him, and then everything else. So, but I think that their purpose was to reignite the story of Dreamer and his whole thing. So I'm looking forward to that. Seeing where that goes. Again, where does it go? The research shows that there's a pay-per-view. Is it the One Night Stand or the former One Night Stand pay-per-view on June 7th, the day after his contract expires? I wonder where that's going to go. If he's going to be gone by then, if he's going to win by then, or if maybe somehow he will show up to win his thing, and maybe he'll win it and then it won't count because he's not under contract anymore. I don't know. That's a fun thought, but let's hold that thought, and we'll get there soon. My first nice thing I'm going to say, Jamie Noble. Chris and I have been very hard on Jamie Noble, and when Jamie Noble was on SmackDown, he annoyed the poo-poo out of me. I really don't like that little redneck act he does. I will say, however, that when he wrestles and doesn't talk, I'm usually pretty impressed. The nice thing I'm going to say now, though, is not only was his wrestling pretty good, because he held his own with Boogeyman, which is something nobody does, but his boots. I could hardly watch the wrestling because I was just fixated on these beautiful boots that Jamie Noble had on. Did anybody notice those? They're white and blue, and I don't think I'm a foot fetishist, but there's something about a good pair of shoes. I mean, seriously, but they were gorgeous boots. Noble, however, lost. He didn't eat the worms, thank goodness, but I still don't completely understand the worms. Why worms? Why did the boogeyman decide worms? It's getting weird to me. It doesn't have the same shock that it used to, the same intrigue. Now it's just kind of, why, Boogie, why? So that's that. Oh, well, we see, we saw a little promo telling us what's to come for the Elimination Chamber matches. Excuse me, I swear, this is water. I swear, it's water. Good water. Oh! Joke. Funny guy. Anyway, elimination. So they showed the SmackDown Chamber match, which still has 2 openings, and they had these nice little like silhouette cutouts with question marks. Who would it be? And I gotta tell you, both guys look like Kennedy. So I think there's going to be a storyline between now and No Way Out where Kennedy got cloned by Vince McMahon, and both Kennedys are going to be in the... It could happen, all right? I'm just saying. Edge came back from hell. Who comes back from hell? Nobody. 2 Kennedys. Mark, write it down. Write it down. Put it in an envelope, and we'll get back to that. Last match of the night. Excuse me. Swagger made a little promo there with Finlay, or to Finlay, and yeah, I mean, God bless the guy, but his lisp is just, it's unfortunate. I thought maybe he was working with like a speech therapist because it looked like it was getting better, but I don't know. But you know, I'm not going to hold that against him because he can't help that. He can help what he does with his arms, and he can help that dumb smile, and he can't help not opening his eyes all the way. So that I will hold against him. The lisp, hands off. Hands off. Now, so he fought Finlay. Here's my thing about Finlay. And I like Finlay. I don't like the Hornswoggle stuff, but I really also don't like the fact that any significant match he's in, the shillelagh is involved. Oh, the nice thing I was going to say about Jack Swagger, he threw that shillelagh. Was that not impressive? The way that he just went all the way up to the stage and up to the thing, that was it. That was, so kudos to Mr. Swagger. Okay, I was checking my time. Swagger, yeah, he threw the shillelagh. Hornswoggle comes out with another shillelagh, so that kind of bothered me that Finlay couldn't claim dominance over anybody unless he has the shillelagh. I think that's a bad thing for the character, for the guy. I would like it if he was, you know, a little bit stronger. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? Are you following me? But Finlay actually won, broke Swagger's streak, if you will, and that's that. Now, got a couple of moments to talk about a few things. First of all, remember the sternum count. Way back when Joey Styles was still the voice of ECW, I noticed that he said sternum a lot. And so I decided I would keep a sternum count. Every time that he said sternum. Well, I think Matt Stryker is using his own, putting his own little twist on the sternum count, because he mentioned Jamie Noble's coccyx. And so, is that how you said, coccyx? And so I'm going to start the review guys' coccyx count. So anytime somebody says that, we'll point it out to you, we'll bring it to you, and I don't know, we'll just celebrate. Because it's so fun to say coccyx. The next thing I wanted to say with the time I have left, which is not very much, the face on ECW. We need a strong face on ECW. Evan Bourne was mentioned, he is coming back. You know, will he be main event material? I don't know. I don't know if he's ready for that, or I assume he's ready, popularity wise. But one thought that I had based on a comment somebody made, and again, I'm sorry, I would name you by name, but I didn't have time to look it up and remember and everything. MVP. Would it not be great if MVP, the new face, were to come on to ECW as the main event, you know, babyface? I think that would be a great thing. I think MVP is there. I think he's ready. I think of the new talent, the mid-card people who haven't, you know, quite made it to the top level, I think MVP has got everything he needs. He's now a face again, based on what he did on SmackDown, so I'm thinking that would be good. Anyway, my time is running short. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for commenting when you comment, and we'll see you very soon. And have a good afternoon.